Hello students, very good morning. So you know that we are learning the chapter microorganisms, friend and foe. Right, in this we have studied already about useful microorganisms, and we have also learned some of the harmful microorganisms. Right. So there is one small topic remaining in these harmful microorganisms. Some microorganisms that may cause food poisoning. Okay, that we are going to study now. So Boju was invited by his friends to a party and he ate a variety of foodstuffs. On reaching home, he started vomiting and he had to be taken to the hospital. Then doctors said that this condition could be due to food poisoning. So Paheli wondered how food can become a poison, because food poisoning could be due to the consumption of a food spoiled by some microorganisms. Food may be spoiled by some microorganisms. So microorganisms that grow on our food sometimes produces some toxic substances. So these makes the food poisonous, because serious illness and even death can cause by these food poisoning. So it is very important that we preserve food to prevent it from being spoiled. What are the measures to prevent this food poisoning? Yes, there are so many methods to preserve food. Okay, food preservation methods. Students, in the chapter 1, we have learnt about the methods used to preserve and store ಫುಡ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್. ರೈಟ್, ಈ ತರ ಯಾವ ಕಾಳುಗಳು ನಾವು ಬೆಳೆದಿರುವಂತ ಬೆಳೆನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಸ್, how do we prevent a cooked food at home? So you know that the bread left unused under a moist condition, it is attacked by the fungus and the microorganisms will spoil our food. So this spoiled food emits a bad smell and has a bad taste. So and it also changes the color. So is the spoiling of a food is a chemical reaction? Yes, it is a chemical reaction. She bought some mangoes, but she could not eat them for a few days. Later she found that they were spoiled and rotten. But she knows that the mango pickle her grandmother makes does not spoil for a longer time. She is confused. Why mango is rotten, but why not this mango pickle? So let us study a common methods of preserving food in our home, and we have to save it from the attack of microorganisms. So here there are some traditional or chemical methods of food preservation. So salts and edible oils. So these are all some of the common chemicals generally used to check the growth of microorganisms. So therefore they are called as preservatives. So salt, oil, edible oil, sugar, so vinegar. So these are all some of the preservatives to prevent the growth of microorganisms. And students, we add salt or acid preservative to pickles. Alva pickles ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ, ಉಪ್ಪಿನಕಾಯಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪ್ಪು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ವಿನೆಗಾರ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೋದು ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಇಟ್ ದ ಪಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆಸಿಡ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಯಿಲ್. ಸೊ ಬರೀ ಉಪ್ಪಿನಕಾಯಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿನೆಗಾರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, there are some other chemicals. For example, sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate are common preservatives. So these are also used in jams and squashes to check their spoilage. Andre so ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾನು microorganisms growth ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ತರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. These are sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate. So these are all some of the examples for the preservatives. Next is preservation by common salt. So common salt, nothing but our normally daily life sodium chloride what we use andre for cooking ella ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಉಪ್ಪು, that is called as common salt. So this common salt has been used to preserve meat, so meat, fishes are covered with a dry salt to check the growth of ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಆರ್ ಚಿಕನ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 or 3 days, you have to first you have to apply more salt on that, because it will not allow the microorganisms to grow on that. So hence salt is used to preserve some food items like fishes, meat or chicken, like that. And this salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. ಸೊ ಉಪ್ಪಿನಕಾಯಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಮ್ಲ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ನೆಲ್ಲಿಕಾಯಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟ್ಯಾಮ್ರಿನ್, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬೈ ಶುಗರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಜಾಮ್ಸ್, jellies and squashes are preserved by sugar. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಜಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, these are all sweet in taste, right? So because they are stored or they are preserved by sugar. So the sugar reduces the moisture content. Moisture means tevamsha, which inhibits the growth of bacteria which spoil the food. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಶುಗರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತೇವಾಂಶನ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಹಿಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ it reduces the growth of bacteria which spoil the food. So this is one method of food preservation by sugar. Next, preservation by oil and vinegar. So vinegar, that is a chemical, that is an acid. Acetic acid is commonly called as vinegar, that is used for storing pickles and even for some fast foods like gobi or fried rice. So for all these fast food, they'll add this vinegar. So use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of pickles, because bacteria cannot live in such an environment. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಸೊ ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗೋದಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ oil and vinegar helps in preventing the spoilage of pickles and some food materials. Vegetables, fruits, fishes and meat are also often preserved by this method. So ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ heat and cold treatment of preservation. You must have observed your mother boiling the milk before it is stored or used, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ she will boil it, right? So this boiling kills many microorganisms. Similarly, we keep our food in the refrigerator, right? So after any leftover food is there, we'll store it in the fridge or a refrigerator, right? So at a low temperature, which inhibits the growth of microorganisms. And students, you might have a doubt that why does the milk that comes in packets not spoil? So here Boju's mother said, my mother told me that the milk is pasteurized. So what is pasteurized then? So this pasteurized milk means packed milk packets. So this pasteurized milk can be consumed without boiling, as it is free from harmful microorganisms. Once they take milk from the farmers, so they will take it to the milk factory. So they will boil this water, or they will kill the microorganisms by using some chemical techniques. So now this milk is free from microorganisms. So here the milk is heated about 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds. ಬರೀ 15 ಮತ್ತೆ 30 seconds ವರೆಗೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. And then suddenly chilled, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ. And it will be stored. By doing so, it prevents the growth of microbes. So this process was discovered by Louis Pasteur, and it is called as pasteurization. So pasteurization means killing the microorganisms which is present in the milk by by heating milk for 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and immediate chilling. It is called as pasteurization. It was discovered by Louis Pasteur. So these are all some of the methods of preserving the food items. Next is storage and packing. So these days dry fruits and even some vegetables, some grains. So these are all sealed in a airtight bags, right? Airtight packets to prevent the attack of microorganisms. ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಒಂದು ಸೂಪರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರೆ so we can find vegetables and some dry fruits in a airtight bags. This is also one kind of food preservation method. So what I've discussed till now, these are all some of the important food preservative methods.